Hey everybody, welcome to Happy Little Saplings as Pea Soups. I did not get to record an introduction to this episode because I split the last episode into two as it was getting too long. Last episode let's take a look here. We went ahead and automated the output of our farm with Steve's Factory Manager, and after that we decided to make a start on our hooch firewater production. So that's what you'll be seeing this episode. So with that said, welcome back and hope you enjoyed the episode. Goodbye. So since that's taken care of now, let's go ahead. We started on this project, so we may as well finish here. And what we were making was a few vats. And it was the electrical steel that we didn't quite have. So silicon, you can get that from a pulverizer. So let's throw a pulverizer together. We should have the materials for that. Yep, 10. Oops. And you know what? I was just out there. There we go. We got plenty of iron. Let's take some more. So we need copper gears. Did we make any of this? Nope. Let's toss together. Oh my goodness, I'm running out of cobblestone. Who would believe it? Okay. We can deal with that. Not too much of a problem. I might have some more downstairs. Alright, so that's you guys. Do I have... Oh, wonderful. I already have a tin gear. And some glass. Okay, we got our frame. I know we have flame. Oh, wrong one. Probably a reception call. Yep. Give me some redstone. Oh. So it'll take it just... Oh, see, this is where we run into that cobblestone shortage. Oh. I cannot believe he didn't just explode. Ooh. Well, that is our excitement for the day. Unbelievable. Okay. So we have our piston now. What was I making with the piston? Let's see. Okay, yeah, he goes on top. And last but most certainly not least, a reception coil. And we're going to make a couple of those for now. Okay. So we now have our pulverizer. Let's plop him down right here for now. He will charge up. Now we can grab some sand. And we'll get some of that silicon. Perfect. Perfect. And the next thing we need for this is the alloy smelter. It's a machine chassis, cauldron, iron, and a few, what was it, 3 furnaces. And I already have a machine chassis through thinking ahead. Not really, that was pure luck. And a cauldron. There we go. Alloy smelter. And I think it is, if I recall correctly, iron, redstone, and the silicon we're already throwing out there. So let's toss you down there. I need to make a machine room, but I'm not really going to be able to do that until this alloy smelter's online, because we need to make a bunch of cabling. So you, and a bunch of you. No. Electrical steel. Oh, coal. Okay, we can do that. I was thinking of a different recipe, apparently. You know what? I might actually be... Yeah, I'm running a little bit low on coal. Haven't been down in the mines in a long time, and we were using a lot of it for the beginnings of Britannia. So, I'm glad we've got the exoflame set up now. So this guy will tick right along just happily. And we'll get him. Oh, you know, I did the wrong one there. Make sure he's outputting power. There we go. There we go. All right. In just a few short minutes, we will have plenty of electrical steel. In the time being, let's see what we can throw together for these vats. Fluid tanks. Did we already make those? Let's see. I have 2. I know I want to make 3 vats for now. So let's go ahead and make a few more of those fluid tanks. And they are, okay, the iron bars. Well, yeah, let's just make a few of these things. That's fine. That's fine. And there we go. That is enough for 3 vats. Furnaces, we'll need 3 of those. And cauldrons. Yep. Okay. 3 of those. Okay. I think everyone's happy. Ooh, we got some sulfur out of that. So let's put our first one of these guys together. Let's see if I remember that recipe after looking at it so many times. You guys... Nope. Nope. No, I do not. No, I do not. You, and you. Okay, we've got our first vat. And actually, you know what? Since we already have the inventory cables... okay. How's this for a slice of fried gold? Don't need you. Don't need you guys. Now, I would like to... I really want our factory to be over here. Let's see if I have any building materials that will allow that to happen. At least just to get us out over there. And... yep. This'll do for now. Oh, it is the blood moon. Let's make that stop. Okay. I'm actually going to grab a little bit more dirt. Make sure everything has its place. Yep. And we'll try and clear our inventory out a little bit here. There's 2 of those. I just need 3 more steel. It's going to be 1, 2, and 1 more. And I think I want it out maybe... maybe just over here. And let's create a little island. So what I'm going to aim for with this is actually have it somewhat natural looking. I don't want a big behemoth of a factory. But it may end up being a pretty fair size. Okay, so we're going to have 3. That's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's fine. So I think our first section, maybe right here, will have our 3 vats. Let's build our other one real quick. And oops. Fluid tanks, machine chassis, cauldron, and furnace. There we go. So these guys would go here, here, and here. So there's going to be 2 steps to this. I don't know if that's too close to the house. Let's move them out just a tad. Touch. And I do want to use these inventory cables. Yeah, the dirt is just for a little bit of layout right now. So ooh, we're gonna have to pretty this up. Such dull colors. But that's okay. That's okay. Alright, so we've got that taken care of. And let's get our inventory cables in place. Where was that other one? Okay, there they are. Okay, that looks good. So now we should be able to bring this out over here to our actual factory manager, which I haven't built yet, but that'll take only a moment. So I believe it is let's take a look-see. Factory manager. There it is. Oh, it's that recipe. Okay. Even better. So it's you guys. You. And the stone. And a piston. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Got our pistons. Not quite sure why I just created 2 of those through that whole process. That's cool though. We'll make use of it, I promise. And actually, you know what? Since we are going to have this center line right here, why don't we do that? There we go. And don't want to waste our precious cables. Okay. So we got those guys laid out over there. And what we can do is have a maybe have an input box over here. It's always good to have a crafting table available on the work site. Oh, we already have a chest as well. Perfect. And we already have gold. Now that I think about it. There we go. So this can actually be our input chest. For now. That'll probably get moved, but it'll be easy enough to change the program for that. Alright. Oh. Is that connected properly? Yeah. Okay, so now we should have access to, if we create a trigger, and we create an input, and you know what, let's get our flow control in there. Oops. And we'll split that out. And we'll go every 5 seconds on this guy. So this is where we can really start using, I gave the example over there of using it just between a couple of inventories. This is when we can actually start managing. As the name of the mod implies, Steve's Factory Manager. You can manage a whole factory on this system. So we'll try and get some of that done. We may have a long episode. Surprise, surprise. And yeah, let's see if we can just get the beginnings of this factory going. At least get our hooch production on point. So yeah, let's see what we can do with this. So hooch requires sugar, which we can, you know what? We'll do that as part of the program. We'll do that as part of the program. So what we are going to need, let's take a look at hooch. So hooch requires water in the vat. It requires some sort of crop or product. We're going to be using our poisonous potatoes since we have so many of them, and sugar, and that outputs the hooch. So the main thing we need to worry about right now, first thing up, is the water. So we will use an aqueous accumulator. If I can learn to spell it at all. You know what? Oh, there it is. Okay, copper gears, pneumatic servo, all very easy. And like that. And we should really just need the one. We don't need a whole bunch of water. Machine frame, bucket. Okay, let's start the construction process over here. And go ahead and steal those. A couple of copper gears. You guys in place. And a tin gear for the machine frame. There we go. Okay, so that's you taken care of. Servo and glass. So we have our servo, we have our glass. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some stuff here. We'll always need those. You can go in there as well. And you. Okay. That's fine. And we do have fluid ducts, and we're probably going to need a servo for this. Okay, so these guys need power, water, and actually I believe that's it. So let's bring the water in between them. No, let's bring the power in between them, and then we'll take the water from the backside. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So there's our aqueous accumulator, and we have our fluid ducts. And you know what? Nah. let's hide this guy. Let's do that. And we'll hide him down here. Oops. Will that reach? No. There we go. I still can't reach. Alright. Let's just do this. So bring those guys out like that. And you. There we go. Okay. So these guys should now be full of water. That is perfect. That's perfect. Alright, and next thing to take care of is the power situation. Now I don't see these guys, they shouldn't require too much power. Let's get our flux duct. 200 RF per tick, might not cut it. Hardened, let's see, in-bar, redstone, electrum and hardened glass. You know what, I just so happen to have hardened glass around here somewhere. Okay, so we got 2 there, that's not quite going to be enough. But we can make more. Let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. Yep, we have lead in there. And this is by far the easiest way of making this hardened glass. Alright. Oh, we had a ton. We had an absolute ton. Okay, in that case, let's grab, I made a bunch of electrum yesterday. So electrum, hardened glass, plenty of that stuff. And we got some redstone in there, but have it all. There we go. That actually seems to be operating fairly quickly. Let's see how much we get before the RF in these guys runs out. Okay. Alright, let's grab... Actually, you know what? You output to here, just for a moment. I do need to grab a bunch of RF to start testing that system over there. Oh, is he? Yeah, he's fine. And we'll get this last batch. And we're good to go. So we will... Oh, that's not going to quite work that way, is it? Okay. No problem. We'll bring them out. And... well, I guess there's no reason that we need them to go down. We can go up with them. If I can move properly. There we go. We'll have our power supply on the ceiling. Oh, did I lose one? I think I might have lost one there. Alright. And up. Let's get back here. And this is our center line, so we'll have that as the power backbone. And eventually, we're going to have the same on this side. So we may as well put those in now. There we go. I'm loving it already. And then our power supply. Let's see. Tell you what, let's go there, and that's fine. So now we can... oh, that's probably going to install all of that RF that we had stored. That's okay. Let's go ahead and move you along. Blue input, orange output. Blue input. And that's plenty for now. That's plenty to be working with. Orange output on top, so that means these guys should now be getting power. See, we've already set up half of a factory here. Okay, so now we can start on getting the items into the correct places here. So we've already got our trigger, we've got our flow control. So our input is going to be that gold chest inventory. And our output. Oh, you know what? We're going to need a crafter in here. So we'll start with the sugar. So we need the sugar cane. Oh, actually that's just it. It's just the sugar cane, goes straight to sugar. Alright. And inventory items. We'll whitelist sugar on this. And the crafter excess inventories can go straight back to the gold chest. And output, we'll use the vats. Now here's the interesting part. These vats have configurable sides. So this is what Steve's Factory Manager makes really, really easy. You can actually configure different sides within Steve's Factory Manager. So if we wanted to say Alright, we'll input these guys from the top. So we pull from the top there. In the factory manager, what we can do is use the output, and we've got those selected in the inventories. Target up. So what that should do is in those okay, yep, he still has energy. Items blacklisted. So that should now be okay. So oh, I didn't put these in here. So we got sugar canes there. Let's see if that works at all. Set the interval every second. And so this is all part of the troubleshooting. Oh, target is set to... Oh, that's the input target. No problem there. So this is still in there. Tell you what, let's see if we can use a different side. So the back. So output to those inventories and target the, what is that side? North. Let's see. No, I guess not. Let me take a break on this, and I'll be right back with you guys. That was quick. I think I found the problem. I had set up that input to whitelist sugar. Now we don't want to whitelist sugar. We want to whitelist sugar canes. So I think that was where I made our mistake. And let's get rid of that. And now let's take a look. There we go. So the sugar, it took the sugar cane from here. Let's do that again. Automatically crafted it into sugar and set it in the appropriate spot there. So let's configure the rest of these guys to pull from the top. And make sure that our output is set to the correct side. Okay, so that's good to go. Now, let's grab a bunch more cane. Fortunately, I have plenty on hand. And while we're at it, let's grab a few stacks of potatoes. So we can toss all of that in there, and the factory manager should take care of filling everyone up. Perfect. That is perfect. So see how we can decide, we can decide which side of the target block we can actually work with. And that's pretty powerful because we only have to take up one block here at the bottom, and we can access all of the other sides and completely configure and customize it. That is pretty wonderful, considering how normally we'd have to have one on the side here for one thing, one up top for another. We get to use them all just from that one spot. So let's get our potatoes in. And okay, see how that already pulled those out? That's because in this process we didn't actually have a whitelist set. So what we wanted to whitelist there was actually sugarcane. And now if I take some of these potatoes out, yep, it doesn't put them back. The reason I wanted to do that is just so that we can actually create a separate flow for those. So we'll get another input and an output. We don't really need anything else on that one. We don't need any crafting. So for that we'll use input, inventory, gold chest, items, whitelist, poison potato, and output we'll use the vats and target the top. Okay, that should do the job right there for the potatoes. Yep, perfect. And these guys are already pumping out hooch. Let's see how much. Oh wow, that's a lot of hooch. Okay, since we can, let's get a tank, because I prefer the look of tanks. And I believe the first tank, nope, other way around. I think I do that every time. So we'll make a couple of those guys. And I think the first upgrade for them is Invar for hardening. There we go. And can we do the next? Did I use all of my hard? Nope. We are going to make a bunch of hooch. So that'll store 128 buckets. And I should still have plenty, yep, still got plenty of temperate flux. So for now, until we get our fire water started, or rocket fuel, depending on which one we go with, we'll just go ahead and store this up in a tank. Oh, you know what? That's not going to work, is it? That's fine. That's the wonders of Steve's Factory mod. And do we need you? You can stay for now. There we go. And if we get a servo, so what we can do, again, so we want to use the top actually for outputting. That means that our little script over there is broken, but we can fix that really, really easily with Steve's Factory mod, because if we select these guys and say, hey, we want to actually input from, we can use the side. We'll use the, I guess that is east. Use the east side for input instead. Oh. Pull. And pull there. You just right click to change that there. And now in our script, we can just say, instead we use the east side and we take off the top side. And that should still work just as well. And that means now we can configure the top for output. There we go. And that is actually in the wrong position. That should go like this. I guess it's fine for now. In fact, just as a buffer, let's put this guy down here. So that way, if all of our other vats, which we'll get to making here soon, if all of our other vats, our fire water vats, are full, then we can still produce a bunch of hooch into this guy and extract it as necessary. So there we go. There we go. Don't need... second time I've made that mistake. Okay, so yeah, eventually our other hooch tanks, our other vats will go in over here. But for now, we got hooch. We got hooch. So this is the beginnings of a wonderful project, and yeah, today we've done an awful lot of Steve's Factory Manager, and I've kind of tried to show you guys how useful it can be. So now we know that all we need to do is deliver our poisonous potatoes and sugarcane over here, and these guys will take care of the rest of it. And once we get our fire water automation going, then yeah, we can do kind of the same thing. We have plenty of working room left in our factory manager, so we can automate this as well. Alright, with that, it doesn't look like much, but that is the start of some pretty powerful RF generation. So we'll leave it at that for today. For now though, guys, I will say, hope you enjoyed the episode. Great to have you with me. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.